Today, we are going on a journey into a story that wasn't written on paper but was forged in earth and in time. It's a legend about a golden kingdom, about a faith so deep it was meant to outlast empires, and about a sacred treasure that slept for over 1,000 years, only to be reborn harder than stone.
So let's start with the central mystery, the big question. How can simple clay, molded by human hands 13 centuries ago, come out of the ground with the hardness of solid rock? We're talking about a hardness so extreme it actually defies modern tools and, frankly, our whole understanding of what time can do. And this, right here, is the very heart of the legend. Modern forgers, with all of their technology, they've tried to copy this transformation. They've used resin, they've repressed ancient clay, but they just can't do it. They cannot replicate the dense, layered texture that only deep time and the earth itself can create. This isn't just craftsmanship, it's a geological miracle.
Okay, so let's begin by really digging into this physical enigma, this impossible strength that separates the real from the fake and sets the stage for this entire incredible story.
I mean, just look at the difference. It's night and day. The real amulets have the same kind of strength as sandstone. People say a modern saw blade will just shatter if it tries to cut one. You can see these natural layers, almost like the grain in ancient wood. The fakes on the right, they're just brittle copies. They don't have the soul, the layered history that comes from a process that you simply cannot rush. So, to understand where this miracle actually began, we have to travel way back in time, back to the glorious age that gave birth to these amazing objects.
Way back, between the 13th and 15th centuries of the Buddhist era, the Dvaravati kingdom was really at its peak, and the city of Champasi was its spiritual heart. Here, the royal artisans took on this monumental task. But this wasn't just about making art, it was a profound act of devotion, what's known in Thai as puttabucha. They created tens of thousands of these amulets for one single incredible purpose, to embed the teachings of Buddhism into the very earth, to make sure the faith would survive for 5,000 years. But as we know, empires fall. The golden age of Champasai eventually came to an end, and its treasures were taken back by the land. For over 1,000 years, these sacred objects just lay there, silent and still. And they weren't decaying, they were transforming. 1,300 years. Just let that number sink in. It's a span of time that's honestly hard to even imagine. While whole civilizations were rising and falling up on the surface, these little clay tablets were deep underground, in a kind of communion with the earth, undergoing this slow, powerful alchemy.
And right here, our mystery gets solved. Because they were buried so deep in the groundwater, the amulets were slowly, molecule by molecule, infused with iron and other minerals from the water. This process, stretched out over 13 centuries, actually mimics how a type of stone called laterite, or shilalang in Thai, is formed. The clay was literally baked by time in the earth's own crucible, turning it from something fragile into something almost indestructible.
Well, that long, quiet slumber came to a very sudden and very chaotic end in the 20th century. In 1979, this ancient treasure was woken up, and it was not a gentle awakening.
It all started on May 22, 1979. A few villagers struck, well, not gold, but history. The news just exploded. Within a day, thousands of people were descending on this site. Officials showed up, but they were completely overwhelmed. The dig turned into a fever, a modern-day gold rush for sacred history, and it all built up to June 8th, with the most important find of all.
This quote just perfectly captures the absolute intensity of that moment. Try to picture it. A sea of people, driven by hope, by faith, maybe by the allure of treasure, all digging with their bare hands. Any official effort was just swallowed up by the sheer passion of the crowd. It was chaotic, human, and completely unstoppable.
And then, in the middle of all that chaos, they found it, the true heart of this ancient site, a bronze stupa, and inside it, sealed within these nested caskets of bronze and silver and pure gold, were the holy relics of the Buddha himself. All of a sudden, everything made sense. This wasn't just a workshop for amulets, it was a sanctuary, a place chosen to guard the very essence of the faith.
But finding the relics wasn't the end of the story. Not at all. It was actually the beginning of a brand new chapter, cementing a legacy that was designed from the very start to be timeless. So from the soil of that ancient site, a modern one rose. The Phra Phat Nadun was built to house those rediscovered relics, and it became a spiritual center for the entire region. Today, it's known as the Buddhist Mandala of Isan, which is really a testament to the fact that the faith of that Dvaravati kingdom, it actually worked. It endured.
But to really truly understand the value of these amulets, we have to look past their stone-like hardness and look inward. There's this philosophical idea that beauty isn't just in the object itself, but in the experience it creates inside our own minds. The real value isn't just what the amulet is, but what it makes us feel.
So, the true beauty of a Nadun amulet is felt through these 4 emotions. First, the distinction of holding something totally unique in the world. Then, the remarkableness, that sense of awe at its 1,300-year journey. The deep satisfaction you feel connecting with the distant past. And then, most importantly, the profound sense of faith it inspires. That is its true beauty.
So that's the full journey. You have this incredible physical transformation, from soft clay to hard stone, powered by the earth itself. And at the same time, you have this spiritual transformation, from a simple act of faith into a powerful, immortal legacy that continues to inspire people to this day.
You know, the story of the Nadun amulets really shows us that something made with true conviction can last beyond lifetimes, transformed by nature into something even stronger than it began. And it leaves us with a question. What are we creating today with that kind of purpose? Something that might be unearthed 1,000 years from now as a testament to our time. What legacy will we leave for time to engrave?